Hey guys, thanks for watching. It's Denise Marie, Psychic Medium. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate that for upcoming videos on everything spirit. So tonight I'd like to talk to you about during a reading how spirit is never wrong. This is a good one. So I do a ton of readings a week. I do a lot of group readings, gallery readings, larger groups and stuff. And I've come across sometimes where spirit, even during one-on-one, where spirit will step forward and show me something or say something to me, or spirit will show themselves and tell me their name or whatever, and whatever you don't know. Now you can either, it's your choice, you can record the reading, you can record the session, or you can write stuff down. I definitely encourage you to do something that you're going to want to check later on, because what we get is we get sort of like a psychic amnesia when we're getting a reading. We don't come there with all the memories of everybody that we've lost. Usually you come in with like one or two spirits that you want to connect with. That's pretty typical for everybody. Nothing wrong with that. You have a couple of spirits that you want to connect with, and that's who your heart is set on the most. But the portal is open, and I invite all spirits to step forward. I like to have, the ones that you want to hear from the most step forward first, and then anybody else is fair game. It doesn't always work that way. It's not always up to me, the uniform in which they come through. So with that being said, there are times where spirit will absolutely tell me something, give me a message, or show me something that you, as my sitter, don't quite understand at that moment. This is absolutely normal. I have you write it down. I have you, record your session. And every time I always hear from my client, either email, phone, text message, messenger on Facebook. Oh my gosh, you were right. And I got to be honest with you, it's not me. I don't claim to be right. It's spirit. I'm just the messenger here. Spirit is never wrong. They are never wrong. And this is just something I know. And I don't ad lib anything. Like when I'm doing a reading, I definitely give you everything that they are giving me. And I don't leave anything out, because I feel like every message is an important message. Every symbol is important to them. It's their memories, it's their precious memories. So who am I to dictate, what I'm going to give you and what I'm not going to give you? So, but I've had a couple of times where, my client is like, no. And I'm looking at spirit and I'm like, yes. And they're like, no, I don't know anybody like that. I'm like, yes, they know you. I'll give you a quick story. I was doing a reading for this lovely woman, and it was like a group session, but we were doing like individuals. I don't do that anymore. This is like years ago. As a matter of fact, I think it was a tarot party. I was doing a tarot party, individual tarot readings, like 15-minute readings each person. And I always try to not bring through spirit because it's tarot. So I'm here to focus on tarot because this is what I was hired for. So I come in, I bring my tarot, but there are times where spirit just doesn't want to let go, and they step forward anyway, and they're like, oh no, I'm coming through. So I don't turn them away. So I let him step forward. Very nice man. Was so adamant about showing me himself head to toe, his fresh haircut, his salmon colored t-shirt. He had on clean jeans, nice white new sneakers. I saw the watch on his wrist. I saw the hair on his arms. He was tan. I got an Italian feel from him, and I felt like down the shore. Like I felt like he was down the shore. We live in Jersey, so like, that's what we call the beach, is down the shore. So he was so adamant about showing me his outfit. Like you could tell he really cared about what he was wearing. He cared about his look. He wasn't giving me his name, and I was like, in my mind, I'm asking him questions. I'm like, okay, what's your name? How did you pass away? What did you do for a living? I'm trying to create a dialogue with spirit. But again, sometimes they're just doing their own thing. And he wanted to, give all his energy into his appearance. And I said, no problem. So I'm describing this guy over and over to her. And she's going, no, I don't know anybody that looks like that. And I'm like, okay. And so I'm asking him more questions. I'm like, please give me some more information. And he showed me the number 6. So usually when they show me the numbers, it either means a month of when they passed away or their birthday. If they had 6 kids, if they had 6 grandkids, the numbers always mean something, but depending on the spirit. I just happen to know, I'm like, he's showing me the number 6. I feel like it's the month of June. Because I'll get a feeling, or either or. I'm like, I feel like it's the month of June. He showed me the number 6, and she's going, no. And she was so adamant about saying, no, I don't know anybody that looks like that. I'm sorry, he's not for me. And I'm like, well, he's not for me. So, and I knew that he was for her. He was just so persistent. So I felt bad, but I had to let him go. And I made sure she wrote everything down. I'm sorry, my throat is so dry tonight. I made sure she wrote everything down. And the next day, I was kind of bummed out. I have to be honest with you. I was kind of bummed out about, her not getting it. It's not even that. It's not even an ego thing. Maybe in the beginning it was a little bit like, oh man, I couldn't, why couldn't she understand who I was bringing through? And, it's not about me. It's not about me at all. It's about spirit. I have to be a voice for the voiceless. So if I couldn't connect him to her, I felt sorry for the spirit. I felt bad. I was like, oh man, like I felt like I did him a disservice. And I was a little bit down. I was with my boyfriend and we were going to IHOP. It was Sunday. And I was really bummed out. And I was, expressing how bummed out I was. I was like, it really bothered me not to be able to connect this guy to this woman. And why do spirits, sometimes step forward and the person doesn't know who they are? Like, why can't they just say, hey, my name is John. Hey, blah, blah, blah. Like, why can't it be that easy? And it's not, because we're connecting with someone's energy. We're connecting with the soul of your loved one. And it's not as easy as sitting down, pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee, let's chat. It's not, but it's still fulfilling. It's even more fulfilling because it's not easy. So, I swear, we were driving to the IHOP and I was like bummed out. I'm like, why can't blah, 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 what I'm saying? And I get a ding on my phone and I look down and it was a message from her and she sent me a picture of the man I described. And when I saw his picture, my jaw fell into my lap. I was like, oh my God. And I was showing my boyfriend, I'm like, look. I'm like, that's the guy. She goes, oh my God, Denise, I am so sorry. She goes, this was my coworker. He passed away last June. I was so elated. I was like, oh my God, thank you. I swear, sometimes I'm like 5 minutes from giving up because I get frustrated. I'm a human, sue me. So, I just get frustrated, but I'm happy it worked out. But this is my point. Spirit is never wrong. You have to trust that they know what they're talking about and they are not human. They're not forgetful like we are. So just know that next time this happens to you, which I hope it doesn't, just remember to write it down. Always check with other people in your family. Ask questions, ask your mom, hey, Ma, does this guy sound familiar to you? Or ask your friends, does this guy sound familiar to you? She described this, blah, blah, blah. And then you'll see, and it will connect. And if it doesn't click the very next day, it will click soon. Trust me. And thanks for watching, guys. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. And I'll see you back here soon. If you need me, you can find me on my website at www.haloreadings.com. Have a great night.